All right, happy to welcome back Bryce Wylde to the show, alternative health expert, guy you've seen on Dr. Oz. You've seen him, you've been on all the shows.
I've been doing the circuits.
Matter of fact, for the Dr. Oz show, he has a great panel of experts, does he not? And
he does.
And you guys are all involved in testing and
I was one of the first Canadians, very proudly to say, to be on the show. And so it's been a lot of fun. The guy's a genius. I think what he's doing is incredible. You know, really simplifying things for the masses and getting the good word out there as to health and nutrition. And he's a fan of natural medicine.
And really helping a lot of people out.
Absolutely.
As are you, because you're involved in making sure these alternative medicines we hear about and the things that you brought along today, for example, are worthy of
I certainly
your
do my due
endorsement and people's use, right?
Absolutely. It's all about science, and a lot of these things have been studied and studied pretty well, but then there's a whole slew that haven't. You know, 50% of this alternative healthcare world is quite frankly junk.
Yeah.
But you know, my impetus right now going across the country is to really encourage Canadians to get healthy and fit and stay that way. And I found, you know, in my own embarking on various missions to raise money for charity and to do good work, I found that may perhaps be the key motivator, altruism. If you align yourself with a charity, okay, and you have an end goal, because it really does, fitness starts in the mind, that tends to be a really good impetus. So last year I climbed Mount Kilimanjaro for mental health.
What are you going to do now?
Well, next summer I'm going to be riding across Canada. Now I'm going to be racing 100 kilometers for Oxfam International. Running and crawling, rolling over the finish line, whatever you have to do to get there in under 24 hours.
When are you doing that?
That's the 13th of July. Yeah. So
you got to do 100K in 24 hours?
Under 24 hours. Here's a really interesting part too. Is teams of 4. We all have to cross together.
Yeah.
Our leader, let's call him, because he's had so much experience, 20 marathons or more, you know, ultras and all kinds of things. He's rode across Canada as well. My mentor probably next year to ride across Canada.
Yeah.
Richard Holloway is blind. The man's blind. So the blind is leading the sighted in this case. I find that to be a really interesting story.
And that in itself is motivating, isn't it?
Isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
So here's the deal. You know, we're going to do 2 things as weekend warriors wrong, okay?
Yeah.
So where you line yourself with charity for a 5K walk, run, or a 10 or 20K race, whatever it is, you're typically going to fuel yourself improperly. And you're also probably not going to manage pain effectively.
No.
So there are natural alternatives for both. You know, whether you're a golfer like yourself or a weekend warrior, fueling yourself, getting the right electrolytes in there, amino acids. This formula here, made by Genuine Health, it's got a few really interesting ingredients. One being beetroot extract. And what beets do for us is they actually increase circulation. It's called vasodilation. Get more to the brain as well, but also the muscles and periphery. And electrolytes, there's coconut water, freeze-dried in there. There's taurine, which supports the heart and the cardiovascular system. So it's important to understand this formula, by the way, is for before and after the race, the jog, golfing, whatever it is.
Right.
So that's really fun stuff. And it's got all the protein and recovery stuff.
One of the things you and I were discussing just a few minutes ago was pain management. And for a lot of people, like I was telling you, I just turned 50, and I don't know, I have some troubles with my shoulders and so on that are quite painful, but totally bearable. There's a lot of different stuff out there, but you found some things that can really help out.
I have. Again, doing my due diligence here, I'll really quickly report in the Annals of Internal Medicine 2005, a meta-analysis, a study of studies, said if you're in pain, the number one thing you should probably do or consider is exercise. But what?
Yeah.
I'm in pain. So what am I? So pain management is everything. So I'm excited about a couple of things. So Wampool has put out, I reported this on Dr. Oz, and it went gangbusters, and all of a sudden companies started manufacturing the stuff. Wampool's developed something called Relief and Night Relief. So these 2 things are made up of California poppy. We're not talking heroin.
No.
And a gnarly little herb called Devil's Claw. Okay, these in combination do a few things for you.
I like that.
Yeah. Relieve pain, so as an anti-inflammatory goes, as the NSAID classification goes, like the ibuprofens or Advils of the world, but without rotting the gut. And the California poppy, imagine and think Dorothy, okay, in Wizard of Oz, in a poppy field, sedates you, puts you to sleep. The number one issue with low back pain or even shoulder pain, as you'll know, Kurt, is you wake up. It constantly wakes you up.
That's part of my problem
right now. And sleep and recovery is everything. And then this topical I want you to try. Okay. It's called Live Relief. This is a Canadian proprietary delivery system. It's powered by Deliver, which is a really interesting technology. This gets rutin through the skin. Rutin's an antioxidant. Okay, it's a simple, natural antioxidant. Gets it through the skin.
But usually it's topical, right?
Topical, and it's very instant pain relief.
Right.
Okay, so this is actually going to control 5 different pathways of pain. Really interesting stuff.
Yeah. There's lots that you've tested and lots that you write about and so on, and people can go on your website, right, to find
Please,
out all
and you
that
know,
more.
right now it's all about charity and altruism. I mean, there's over 700,000 pages of free information for your viewers at wyldeabouthealth.com. That's WYLDE, abouthealth.com. They can just click on health notes and search, you know, whether they're taking drugs is an important point, whether or not any of this stuff contradicts or interacts with medications. Very important to have this conversation with your doctor. Go online and search. But please find it in your heart if you can to donate. Oxfam is an incredible international initiative to end poverty in the best interest of women's rights and empowering women around the world.
Absolutely, and they've been around for a long time.
Very good.
And this is, you're connected to this through your 100K run?
This is what we're doing. This is why I'm traveling across Canada. It's to educate Canadians on these tips, but it's also to help to sort of muster up some funds for Oxfam.
Right. Yeah. We go to your website to donate?
Wyldeabouthealth.com. You'll see an Oxfam link on the top right. Click that, and you'll be on our team page. Learn a little bit more about Richard Holloway, the blind guy, and a couple other fitness experts that I'm racing with.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It should be fun. Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming by, and I'll let you know how this stuff works for me.
Please do tweet it out.
Yeah, because I'm going to try some of the things that Bryce has suggested to me. Very cool stuff.